Crazy stone, what happened? Just one of those nice surprises in Opal, I guess. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to work on a little carving of a piece of opal that I want to add to the collection because I'm going to do it a little bit differently. This is a piece of lightning ridge. I don't work a lot of lightning ridge on the channel, but this one, if I can get the color to actually disappear a bit, can you see this big black egg in the middle of it? Now I see this a lot in Ethiopian opal, especially in the water opal, but not so much in lightning ridge, where you've got this crystal outer coating and then this black potch on the inside. Who knows, the potch could have a bit of colour, though I've got a little exposed section here and it doesn't have anything. So I'm going to just try to keep the little eggy and just have this nice film of colour all over it. So just got to get rid of some inclusions. These edges are just raw fractured, so they're really sharp. I'll just smack that down with the 600. We're just going to do a little bit of a trim up, a little bit of a reshape because we don't like all these wonky sharp edges. And then we'll give it a bit of a polish and see if I can't have it sitting this face up. And I just want this halo and the black egg on the inside with this smearing of colour crystal all over. Don't have huge plans for it, just want to add it to the collection. So just for an example, if I can reduce a little bit of the glare. Actually, here's a little bit of a better example. Also hard to see, but you can see there's 3 layers in this one. So outer coating, this clear colourless crystal, this yellow one, and then a deeper brown one in the middle. This is an Ethiopian opal. I worked this on the channel a while ago. So I want something like that, but with lightning ridge. Well, there we are at the end of another one. And I've got to say, I didn't pay much attention to the colour in this stone when I first picked it up. But now that I've got it finished and it took a really nice polish, it actually surprised me. It's ridiculously colourful, so colourful in fact that you can't even see what I really tried to do and what was not overly easy. So you can see there's that little egg effect, and I've tried to make the egg white, I guess you could say, the white of the egg around the outside are really even shaped pretty much in every direction that you look at the stone, which was not overly easy because that pot center, that yolk as you could call it, was not overly even either. So you can see I've just chased it around and given it that thin little film. Of course on the bottom where I've flattened it, that has a bit of a exploding yolk, so that's okay. We flip that over and we never look. But look, you've got yellows, you've got reds, you've got oranges. I thought this was just a boring green stone, but it is actually super cool. And I'm thinking I'm going to keep it in water because right next to it I've got the Ethiopian version here. So this is the Ethiopian triple egg that I've got. So you can see all three of the layers. There's a clear layer, the white layer, the brownie layer. And it's pretty cool, but as you can see, the lightning ridge is really blowing it out of the water in terms of colour. And it's not like the Ethiopian is completely dead, it's got some nice colour to it. It's a bit more of a jelly opal kind of look. But yeah, the lightning ridge decided to just turn on the fireworks right at the end there. I didn't really notice it until I got to maybe the 800 grit stage, and then it started flashing a little bit. But yeah, once you hit it with the cerium oxide and it takes a really nice polish, it is a dazzling stone. And it's essentially a dark crystal because it's got that black potch background that's just giving it that doublety kind of effect on that clear crystal on the outside. And almost every angle except for the bottom is just killer colour. I mean, look at it. This is a stone that I could actually look at all day. I want to find a little jar for it so that it can sit in a little jar, but it's almost too good for that. I might as well just maybe even change up the shape a bit, get it settable, and maybe set it. Though I completely misjudged the stone and aimed for it just to be a little collector's piece for me, so that I've got a little crystal egg from every field. Who knows, it will go in a jar for a bit. And yeah, it'll just look a lot better than I thought it was going to. I mean, have a look at it. I just saw this green kind of face and then you turn it around and oh, from this angle, yellow reds. Crazy stone, what happened? Just one of those nice surprises in Opal, I guess. Anyway, I could just film myself looking at this for 30 minutes. So we've got to drop it in the water, put it down. Look at that, it landed almost perfectly on the flat back that I gave it, so that worked out well. And yeah, I'll chuck it in a little jar like I do for my Ethiopian egg. Bit of an ostrich egg versus a quail egg, but size doesn't really matter when it's that flashy. So let me pack them up and move on to the next stone. I hope I get a few more good surprises. We could all do with a few of those kind of wins, so good luck, have fun, and hopefully this also happens to you. It's very pleasantly rewarding to get a surprise gem out of something that you were just playing with. So until next time, have fun, and let's hope this luck carries forward.